This is Joe from Weymouth. Hello, Joe.
Hi,
Joe?
good morning, Greg. How are you?
What's up, Joe? What's on your mind?
All right. What's on my mind is, well, I'm no baseball bred, but I think I have the qualifications anyway to at least speak, since you and I are the exact same age, and
Yeah.
I've never lived anywhere else except in Weymouth. But here, I have to respectfully disagree with him as far as Durant. And you got to give something up to get something back. And Durant has the term, and Ryan has the term. And let me tell you why. So here's the deal. I love Durant just as much as the next guy. You know, I love his enthusiasm, his Wally thing, the way he dabs up the guys behind the wall pregame and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the starting outfield next year is Roman Anthony, Cedar Rafael in center, and Abreu in right. It's as simple as that. And Durant is not going to stick around to be a platoon player next year. So, I mean, as much as I hate to part with him, it is what it is. The three young studs of the lineup for next year. That's the outfield. So,
Yeah,
that's just my opinion.
It's some talk of Rafaela moving to the infield, and so
He doesn't
maybe-
want to do that, though.
Right.
He told Pete Abraham from the Boston Globe that he wants to stay in center field.
Right. And they're saying he's like, I forget where, it might have been Jones and Keith that were talking about this, but some ESPN baseball writer had him as one of the best center fielders in baseball. So it looks like he has a chance to be a Gold Glover in center field. Why would you move a guy like that to the infield when you obviously have Christian Campbell and down? And I know he's down in the minors, but why would you move a guy who is such a good defender for you to move him into the infield? And that's why I said, what are the Red Sox going to do with Duran in the offseason? If you're going to look to trade him,
But you're going to get more value for him in the offseason than
right,
you're
but
going to
you
get right now, being up against the deadline, and everybody knows that you need pitching. I mean,
right, but if you know that you're going to move on from anywhere, and if that value you could get now can help you potentially win a World Series, then you do that, and you say, you know what, maybe we did leave a little bit on the table trading him before the trade deadline than in the offseason, but that trade helped us win a World Series, and the guy that we got back is, a big part of why we're able to win that.
Yeah, I mean, I understand people really like Duran, and they think that he's better offensively than he's shown so far this season, but you do just have an excess at that position, and you need help with pitching, and I don't know if prospects will be enough. I'm not in the weeds enough to know if some of these other clubs, what they're looking for, if prospects are going to be enough to trade somebody who's going to be a number 2 in a rotation or even a number 3. Maybe for a number 4 or 5 pitcher, 41-year-old, like they're talking about coming from Baltimore, but not with what you really need.
I mean, Brett brought it up, but you can probably get Nathan Eovaldi for prospects. Would that not make you happy?
Of course it would.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Yeah, that would definitely, I think, make a lot
Meets
of people.
all your needs. You're able to keep Duran on the team and bring in a legitimate pitcher to add to your rotation.
Right, but if you're able to bring in like Brett said, with Joe Ryan, who is more than a legitimate pitcher, is maybe a one-ish on some teams, but here he's your legit number 2. When you want that, and then you have control of him.
You have control of him for 2 years.
Right, and I mean, Eovaldi has a
That's-
1.58 ERA. He is also that. He is equal to that, and you don't have to give up Duran. It's like a win-win.
But you're going to give up Durant anyways
Well,
in
you
the
just
offseason.
want to give up Durant.
No. You're going to give. So
Yeah, but you could get more for him in the offseason.
Right. You're not going to keep. Are you going to keep Durant in next season?
Well, they wanted to. But, I mean, they signed him for long term. I mean, the guy, as Mego said earlier, he was an all-star. I mean, he's having an off year offensively, but I mean, I don't know.
I don't know what they're going to do with Duran. It feels like it would be between somebody like him or Abreu, and Abreu is 26, has more power with the home runs so far this year, maybe has a brighter future. Like we've talked about before, it kind of comes down to, are you betting on the guy who you've seen from Duran over the next couple of years, or who you think Abreu's going to be over the next couple of years?
But my question to them is, why haven't you signed Duran already then? If you feel like he's a big part of your future and he is what he looked like last year, why wouldn't you have...
What do you mean?
Like, he's basically been on 1-year deals. Like, they haven't given him a real contract. So why wouldn't you have signed this guy like a Christian Campbell or like a Ceddanne Raphael?
Christian Campbell's got like that super early.
No.
I feel like nobody really has that deal.
Okay, so why hadn't they give Duran one of these veteran contracts that you would say, like, all right, he's going to be here for the next 6-7 years?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because they're probably going to trade him in the offseason, right?
Right.
Like,
so
that's the point.
Right, so I guess that's the point that I'm making. They don't see him as part of their future.
But isn't it better to have a guy like Eovaldi and Duran on this team if you're trying to push for a World Series?
Right. But
than to have Joe Ryan? Like,
listen,
to me,
I agree with you.
It's an easy.
But Brett also said that Texas, I don't know, are they going to be willing to give up Eovaldi? Like, it seems like Joe Ryan,
right around 500. So.
It seems like Joe Ryan wants to be on the first thing smoking to get out of Minnesota.
He's like, send me anywhere. I love Minnesota, though. Love Minnesota.
July is such an exciting time.